Welcome back to the Food Entrepreneur Spotlight Series. My name is Anna Sheena Walsh. I lead marketing at Cast Iron, and I have a very special guest for you today. I am so excited to introduce Holly Figueroa O'Reilly from Marcenet Mercantile. She is here with us to tell us about her very successful business, and we are so excited to learn from you. So with that, Holly, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your business?
My business, Marcenet Mercantile, is Marcenet is the joining of my grandmother's first names, Marcella and Nita. And we sell all kinds of stuff. We sell jams and chocolates and cookies and fudge and pretty much anything that you want that's sweet, we can make. We also do custom orders.
Tell us a little bit about maybe yourself. What's your role in the company? Where are you located and where do you sell?
Sure. I'm located in Seattle. I am the CEO, founder, only baker, chocolatier. I do it all in this kitchen. We sell everywhere. We ship nationally, sometimes internationally, depending on, how far away in Canada it is. we don't ship to Mexico. So I've had that question. No, we don't ship chocolate to Mexico. They have plenty of chocolate there.
Can you tell us a little bit about, how you decided to actually start the business? What did you start selling? Was the line that big? Maybe take us back to the beginning. Tell us a little bit about how you started.
Yeah, sure. Well, my husband got sick with leukemia in 2020, and I was a political consultant, and I obviously dropped everything to take care of him. It was a full-time job. And so when he started, after a stem cell transplant, he started getting better. He had a heart attack and a stroke. And it was very clear, he's a doctor, that he was not going to be able to go back to work anytime soon, if at all. So we needed to come up with a way to pay the mortgage. Like we needed to, figure out a way. And plus, I knew I wasn't going to go back to political consulting because that is more than a full-time job. That is an 18-hour out of the house, basically all the time job. So I needed to be here to take care of him. And I also needed to find a way to have a home-based business. And I've always liked cooking, and I've been a pretty good cook for a long time. And my baking skills were like, whatever, I never really paid attention to baking that much. I made pies in the holidays, right? And cakes for family, Christmas cookies. And everybody always told me, you're a pretty good baker. You could probably do this for a living if you could sell these, I was like, all right, well, I started baking and selling them to friends and family. Well, not selling them, but giving them to friends and family. And then they would, Venmo me if if I let them, Venmo me. And then I found Cast Iron, and I was shocked that there was a storefront like that. I considered selling on, I don't know if I can even say the name, Etsy, because they have a lot of food on Etsy, but it's such an informal, or it's such an impersonal kind of shop. It's kind of everybody is there and everything is there. And when I came to Cast Iron, the first thing that happened was I signed up, and then the CEO of the company sent me a video message welcoming me to Cast Iron. And I was like, oh, this is my home. This is where I need to be. So it's been a whirlwind. It's been, because of my political consulting and because I used to be a touring musician, I have a large social media following, and especially on Twitter, some on Facebook and Instagram, but mostly Twitter. And I announced my shop, and it's been insane since then. It's been kind of crazy and overwhelming. but good, you know, in a good way.
I love it. So did you had a rush of first customers? Did you have one customer? How did that first sale look for you?
We had a rush. It was
Wow.
20 or 30 orders in the first couple of days. And
Wow.
then, and you know, and I'm the only one baking, and sometimes my husband will help with packing. Um, but you know, it's my business, so it's my job to make sure that everything looks good going out. Um, and so it's been pretty steady since then. And then for the Christmas orders have been nuts. We got 50 orders in one day last or 2 weeks ago, and I'm still plowing through them.
Wow.
so, so it's yeah, it's busy. We're looking at a storefront to because we can't work out of here anymore. The cottage food license in or laws in Washington State say that you can only make $25,000 from a home-based business, and we've doubled that. So there's no like we have to find a storefront. There's no way to get around it.
Oh, well, congratulations. It's very exciting.
Thank you. I am excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you think, I mean, is there any tips you have for people trying to do this on how to grow? I know you had a sizable following, but how did you go from 20 orders to, you know, the hundreds of orders we know that you're getting now? What did that look like?
It was just word of mouth. It
Okay.
was literally people on social media saying things like, "This is the best cookie I've ever had," you know, and holding it up and saying, because we make quarter-pound cookies and they're about this big around, and they hold it up and it's like the size of a newborn's head. They're like, Look at this cookie," you know. It's and um, my my passion isn't necessarily cookies. My passion is chocolate making and like from scratch, from bean to bar, and then actually making chocolates. That's the chocolatier part, right? So, um, but you know, but people love cookies, so give the people what they want, right?
I love it. Do you ask people to post or do they do it unsolicited?
We put some stickers on the outside of the box saying, if you love it, post it on social media. If you hate, we don't say this, but if you hate it, just give me a call. We'll make it right, right?
Yeah.
Just text me or email me. We'll figure it out. But I always, we just always put that sticker on the outside.
Yeah,
So I
I
think
think it's a
that
great
helps.
idea. Yeah, I think it's a great idea for the entrepreneurs listening. Stickers are easy. And for the people that love to support small businesses watching, definitely post on social media. It means something to people and it really helps the businesses grow.
Yeah, I'd say for every post that we get, it's probably every 5 orders, one person will post, and that generates at least 3 or 4 orders right away. And I can see it happening in the orders, right? Because one person will post, "Look at this cookie," or "Look at these chocolates," because you know I make them pretty, and that's important too. Like if you're making cookies, make the best damn cookies ever and make something different about them, right? If you're
Yeah.
making chocolates, they better be beautiful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for us, it's been um that's been the key, is making them uh insta worthy, I guess. So I think that's really important, is everything should be pretty, from what you made to the packaging. It doesn't have to be expensive packaging, just, you know, really nice colored tissue paper. That's what we use. The tissue paper, we got the color of the tissue paper. Like, am I droning on and on?
No, no, I love
Sure,
it.
okay,
Love it.
all right. The color of the tissue paper for us, we got it the same color as our logos. And
Yeah.
then I know the color of the logo is teal and orange, kind of like a muted orange. So we got teal and a muted orange tissue paper. The wrappers that I wrap my chocolates in are teal. All the packaging is craft, which is easy and cheap. So it doesn't have to be expensive to be pretty and well put together.
No, I love it. The details are so important. I've heard this over and over through the series, which is basically be memorable, whether
Yeah.
that's in packaging and flavor and look. And, you know, I do think sometimes people don't realize the power of that and what that can do in terms of the flywheel for your business. So details, always more is better than less, because a lot of people will take your advice here. Which leads me to my next question, which is, you know, you've built a successful business from your home, doing something that you love, spending time with your husband. And for a lot of people, this is something they could only dream of. And a lot of people follow us that want to do this, but maybe really don't know how to start. So do you have any advice for someone that either wants to do this or maybe is just getting started?
I jump before I looked, always. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but most of the time it does. So I would say just go for it. Just do it. If you have something that you think someone else would like, if one person has told you, boy, you could sell these, 100,000 people would love them, right? So your audience is huge. It's massive. Getting to them is challenging, but not impossible. So it might take a while, like word of mouth takes a while, but just jump, just start small and jump in. It's totally worth it.
I love that. I love it. Okay, well, this brings me now to my lightning round. And so basically during this round, I'll ask questions, just looking for a quick, you know, for few word response, top of mind, you know, the first thing that comes to your head.
Okay.
With that into the lightning round, what is your favorite resource that helps you learn about either how to run or grow your business?
I think just my grandmother's cookbooks and, my mom's, giving my mom a quick call and saying, hey, how did you do this? Because I come from a line of, my on my mother's side, fabulous cooks, Irish, Scotch cooks, and Swedish and Norwegian cooks, and then from my dad's side, German and French cuisine. So, and then my great grandparents had a candy shop in Sweden, so that's kind of in the blood.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. Okay, who is someone that you admire, particularly when it comes to maybe like how you think about food?
Someone I admire, someone famous I admire,
Could be
someone that
anyone.
somebody else would know about.
Could be
Uh,
anyone.
you're gonna laugh, probably, but Bobby Flay.
No, I love Bobby Flay. Big fan.
I admire him so much. I mean, from just his long career and all of the cuisines that he's able to do without knowing anything about the cuisine. I mean, I think I've been watching Beat Bobby Flay like from season 1, and I think I'm in season 18 or something right now.
Oh,
But just like watching that progression is from him starting out and being like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I don't even know what this dish is, to pumping out a dish that is fantastic, and just like the melding of flavors and how to do that. I try to do that in my chocolate making. I try to with my fillings, what kind of flavor would I want to eat, right? And then I think that translates into what other people would want. So that's really long. That's not lightning at all. That's a long explanation, but right now in this moment, yeah, Bobby Flay.
love it. I love that show as well. Maybe we'll send him this clip. Bobby, bring us on your
Bobby.
show.
As an audience member, please. I
Yes,
don't
yes.
I don't want to cook against you unless it's chocolates, unless you're really good at chocolates.
Yeah, I would love it. I bet you could beat him in chocolates. Maybe.
Probably. I don't think he knows how to make chocolates.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, next, what are you most proud of in life or in your business?
We have 5 kids, and I so absolutely am most proud of the independence of all of them, how they have grown up. They're all adults now, so how they've grown up and moved on in their lives. My daughter just got married, so just super proud of those kids.
But that brings us to the end of the lightning round and the end of this episode. Thank you so much, Holly, for being with us, telling us a little bit about your story and how you differentiate your business, how you grew. I learned a lot, and I know our audience will as well.
Thank you so
for being
much.
with us.
Thank you for having me.